Hello, hello. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if like the game volume is okay. But anyways, if you guys have any concerns or whatever, just like feel free to let me know. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Kind of starting a little bit faster. I didn't really. Actually, I should probably. Where's the audio? Okay, I'll just like kind of lower it a bit just to be sure. Just so it's not like going too overboard, I think. What is arranged? What does that even mean? Original or arranged? Yeah, never mind. I don't really want to mess with that one too much. Okay, so I think it should be a little bit more manageable now. But yeah, because sometimes it's kind of hard for me to figure out. Again, like even after like watching VODs, like sometimes like there are parts that like the audio sounds okay, and other parts where it sounds like a little bit too soft. So it's kind of frustrating having to like adjust the volume every single game, but that's how it goes, I think, usually. But here we are again. We are continuing where we left off the last time we were doing the Miles Edgeworth story. Yeah, it's kind of fun. A lot of things are going on. We ended up meeting Wendy Oldbag again. And wow, that is nostalgia for sure. Cause like, damn, I did not expect to see her here. I believe her real name is Wendy Oldbag. What do you mean? They didn't even give her a proper name. They just put security lady there rather than actually like spelling it out. Like, okay, but I don't know. Yeah, we found Lance. He's so... You can really see the family resemblance at that point. I don't know. I don't really like this dude. He seems kind of sus. Although, yeah, his girlfriend seems also pretty weird. So both of them are pretty much just weirdos at this point. The Lance safe to focus on investigation will shift solely onto the murder. Yeah, the infighting between the kidnappers and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Okay, this guy again. Why is that girl crying? Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano, we found him earlier in the stadium. Then my little Lance is unhurt? It's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance, it must have been so horrible for him. Locked him like... And she's just crying. These guys are so weird. Oh, you can walk and you can also run. I didn't really notice that before. I kind of don't want to keep looking at that because we explored it already before, so I think it's more important to talk to these guys. Okay, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm so in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. Your beloved Viola? Damn. What is that letter about? That seems kinda sus, too. The way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? I think at this point, the dad probably doesn't really care. My dear Lance Amato, may I come see you again? Your beloved Viola. Hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Yeah. Okay, and let's see what this girl has to say. Lance Amana. He loves me not, he loves me, he loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. We can't give up, Lauren, just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. She's just wrecking them one by one. I suppose if they were me then... What? I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either? I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It's a candy ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? This guy is just such a mess. So, which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out or it's just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? That's not how it works, Edgeworth. Honestly, some people just are like insanely oblivious to a lot of things. My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group? What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus? What is Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second, but now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown? Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live! I don't think your father is appearing has anything to do with you wanting to die, but like, sure? Okay, about this incident. But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Well, that's because of my woman's intuition. You based everything on that? I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. I really must be destiny. Oh, she started fantasizing again. So, what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth? You already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. Oh, joke. Wait, I didn't read it. History. Okay, well I actually can't see the choices. But anyways. The isolation room. I can't allow you to slander my good name as a great thief by saying I was captured. Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies you as a caged bird, Kay. Besides, we checked that place out pretty well while we were there, remember? And don't you think it'd be an even better idea to check somewhere else? Yeah, I kind of pressed that option way too quickly. The crime scene. Kidnapper's hideout. The obvious location is kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, they should be gone. Okay, let's see if he'll let us in now. Please let us in. Let us in! Let us in! Nothing unusual or out of the ordinary. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Oh, he just let us in? Yeah, that was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you to not allow me in? What? And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Really? Detective Gumshoe has a following? Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What's this? Oh, there we go. The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? But the name here says Colin Devery. Damn. So this is the identity of the dude. Okay, it's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devery was his real name. Wait, what's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. And what was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Wait, let's see. Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pennington's prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. Okay, can't see anything about that. These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. Okay, yeah. So let's go to the hideout and see what we find there. I think you should try remembering things first. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down. Okay, and then that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Wow, okay. The Blue Badger, the photo rally, the map as well, the broken mirror, the trap door, 3 cups, so there's probably 3 kidnappers. Yeah, the old costumes are here. It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. It's not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage. Okay, isn't that basically the same thing? The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Okay, about the keys maybe? Yeah, what this key is to? Key to the trapdoor? Yo, welcome to the stream, Charlie! You're doing Ace Attorney today, but the Miles Edgeworth version, so there's a little bit more, I think, investigating involved in this as opposed to like the actual court cases, but it's pretty fun. Okay, the map on the wall, it's not especially catchy. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Okay, the cups are important because that basically tells us how many kidnappers there are in this case. Okay, what else is there? The chair? They're fine. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, affiliate anniversaries today. Oh yeah, welcome to the stream, Dragon Junwei. But yeah, I can't believe it's been literally a year since I became affiliate already. Like, wow, how time flies for sure. It's kind of amazing because I wasn't really planning on streaming today, but I ended up deciding, like, I wanted to finish the Star Rail story. So it's like, okay, you know what, let's do it anyways. And as soon as I, like, set up my stream and then suddenly there's, like, an announcement from Twitch. It's like, oh, you know, congrats on your, like, anniversary. It's like, whoa, really? So that's nice to know. Yeah, that's where Edgeworth was kept in. Oh, new face. Edgeworth is so embarrassing though, and Kay's also like embarrassing as well together with them. And then what else is there though? Kinda saw most things. Okay, the door. Wait, what's on the ground? This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Oh hey, let's see the handle as well. This is a sword? Was it used to like prop up the door or something? Yeah, broken cleanly in half. Swords don't usually break on their own. Obviously they don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure something happened to it. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for honor something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Okay, the door. Yeah, I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what that officer told us? The lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? I think this is probably like the logic in this case. Wait, this one? Wait, these are related for sure, that there's 3 kidnappers. Which is pretty much guaranteed at this point because we know 3 costumes disappeared. Yeah, the missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Nah, there's definitely 3. It's possible that the 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean, yeah, it was used to jam the door. In which case, though, that makes it difficult. Because, like, you know Lance was in the room, right? Like, there's no way for him to have, like, not escaped through the front door if it was just locked using the sword. What are the chances he's, like, one of the kidnappers? Maybe. Do you see how the handle's completely destroyed? Yeah, so that's how the sword broke. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Oh my god! Ah! Am I correct? Oh my god. This is an underground passage used by staff members. Are we badgers also make use of it in our duties? Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? And I beg your pardon? Wait, this guy seems suspicious. Proto-badger, get! Yeah, only one more to go. Did you forget the photo rally? See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something. We've mentioned this contest thing so many times. There's literally like a giant-ass poster of the photo rally behind you, you know? Bad badger costume is missing. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. Oh my god, are there more costumes that disappeared? What the heck? Who is this dude? Not to mention, like, he hasn't even taken off his, like, headpiece yet. We are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume in hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at the set time each day. It's the stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Darkrai! Oh my god, we're continuing on with, like, the story here. So it's kind of funny. It's like a very strange story right now. There's a bunch of kidnappers and one of the kidnappers died, so we're kind of trying to figure out how it all happened. It's all hyped up in that suit. Oh my god, I can imagine him wearing something like this though, just to piss off Kave for no reason. He seems like the type to like make a mess. Also, I feel like they'll probably like get him like unbothered by other people. Like if he's just like walking around like that, and like unless there's kids who want to take pictures with him, then probably kids won't really bother. That's part-time job. Well, he does need I mean, does he need another source of income? Like considering he was like the acting Grand Sage for a while. And I remember how he actually mentioned that he got the position and he went back to his original job as a scribe, but he got to keep his like better salary, which is like so nice. Yeah. Yeah, I streamed pretty early in the morning that time because I was like trying to finish the Star Rail story. I was like trying to Cause like you know the frustrating thing was like yesterday, right? Cause like when I ended the stream, I wanted to like end at a neat point so that I could like take a break first. So, like I was gonna eat dinner, and then unfortunately I didn't realize I was probably like 2 or 3 sentences away from like a good stopping point, like where they'd actually give you a break and you can like pause and save that certain portion of the quest. So I didn't actually finish the rest of my dailies last night because I was like, you know what, I need to like stream the rest of it. So like I'll only continue the story. So like I need to do it as soon as possible because otherwise I won't be able to do my dailies. I was like, so like I had to actually stream today. And then when I started streaming, like Twitch gave me an announcement. They say like, oh, you know, congrats on your like 1 year of affiliate. It's like, whoa, it's like I didn't realize that actually because I kind of forgot when my affiliate was like, I mean, I recorded in my profile, I think, but like the actual date is like kind of, it's like, I mean, to be fair, it's like my first time celebrating it, so it wasn't really something I paid attention to. But hurry, at least that means you won't get to see any more spoilers, because we did finish like the entire story already, and like, wow, it was nice. But also, I think it's a little bit calmer compared to the previous patches, so it's like, it's okay, I think. I'm just like not entirely sure if I want to continue streaming like Star Rail on like Tuesday because like I was trying to do the origami bird clash event again and it's decidedly not fun to do on stream, I think. It's a little bit like kind of the same as before. Wait, okay. Yeah, speechless, it just shows this. Okay. Doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? I know, like the game is so rigged if you can't actually like take a picture of the bad badger except for the show. But yeah. So I played FGO all day because anniversary they gave 50 plus. Oh, nice, nice. There's quite a lot of anniversaries. Isn't like Zenless also having their anniversary like this month? Something like that. It's fun. Genshin's still like a while from now. It's still in September, and like we kind of just finished Star Rail's anniversary back in April. I'm mostly just like waiting for the Fate collab to come out. I'm like so excited. I'm actually debating if I should like rewatch Fate Stay Night because like I feel like there's a lot of stuff I don't really remember anymore. I don't know. Like that show was so weird. Wasn't Emiya the same guy who said like you'll die if you're killed? And I don't think I'll ever let go of how stupid that line was. I got a saber face I wanted and one more 5-star. Yeah, oh my god, that's the one you posted in the Discord, right? Oh man, that's so... Congrats though on that. There's like, sabers are always fun. She's like so iconic. And I think her voice actress is like really lucky to play such a character like that because she can just keep reprising her roles again and again. Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones? Yeah. This one?
Take that!
If you had 4 people you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? That makes sense, and yet the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is, why? Yeah, I don't really know either. We're just kind of like dealing with this suspicious ass dude. Okay, what else is there though? Wait, why? If this room was truly the kidnapper's hideout, then that means there should be some clues there. Okay, they already said that though. Anything of interest? Yeah, what is the price? A handcuff-shaped notepad. Wait, or is it a notepad-shaped set of handcuffs? I'm pretty sure that second thing doesn't exist. A notepad might be useful, but I don't see when she will ever need a set of handcuffs. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, LB, do we have anything of note? Wait, really? That's actually connected? A second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer in at hand than we think. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Oh, minus the head. I won't rest. Okay, we're gonna inspect this one again. I mean, there's not really much to inspect though. Wait, what's this about though? We kind of already clicked it, but then what else is left to talk about the Blue Badger?
Eureka!
Joke. Oh no. Okay, I got that wrong. The one I got even Saber kindly, but her sister Morgan, but they all look the same, so they call her Saber Face, like Saber's sister more than Saber. Oh my god. Well, that's how it usually goes. It's like having so many XPs, basically. Don't have anything else, though. Like, yeah, there's like not much other information. I heard Steam Summer Sale is going on. Did you? Yeah, I did. I got Peak, and I also got Repo, and I played it with my friends just recently, a few days ago, and it was so fun. I swear Repo is like, it's just insane. It's horror, so it's incredibly stressful, but if you're playing with a fun set of people, it makes it worthwhile, I think. And then Peak is stressful though, in the sense that like, I keep dying. But I also keep dying in Repo, so who knows? I think it's just pretty much my fate to keep dying in games like very easily. Wait, okay, I feel like at this point I need to open a walkthrough because like that is, why is it always like this? Like I know it makes sense. Like sometimes I feel like I know what to do, but also the game just makes it incredibly tricky sometimes to like pick the exact answer you need at like the correct moment. I ended up buying already like the entire Atelier Ryza games, which is probably not a good idea because I haven't even finished the first what do you call that? Okay, the first game. But that's how it usually is. Okay, middle? Are we in the middle portion? Why did they do it this way? Okay, middle portion. Okay, that was the next part of it. Middle 2? Okay. Kidnapper's hideout. Read the Blue Badger Bible joke, okay. Horror with friends is comedy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh-huh. This one. Okay.
Eureka!
I started playing Lua again, was overwhelmed at anniversary and how bad. Wait, really? The events are bad? Oh no, I actually haven't really heard too much about Wuwa anymore these days. I think like after the anniversary kind of got quiet, which is why even in our Discord I haven't really posted anything Wuwa related. But I mean, to be fair, I don't actually play the game, so like it's kind of hard to tell sometimes about like sorry about what's going on there. Oh wait. Deduced? Yeah, no, I was correct though. Hey. Yeah, oh my god, thank you so much, the devil himself. But yeah, thank you. It's affiliate anniversary, I can't believe. Yeah, I think I said this a bunch of times, but like, yeah, I can't believe it's like a year already. Okay. Yeah. Where is... There we go. I'm so annoyed because I technically clicked that correctly in the first time. Yeah, he's supposed to be holding a gun. I don't know what's going on, Lua. I just know like they released a lot of skins. I kind of assumed like things were going well, but also I guess some people were mentioning how a lot of Wuwa's events now are like targeted more for like newer players as opposed to like thanking the older players, so it doesn't really benefit them too much. Not gonna lie, it's been 2 years. I started streaming 2 years ago, actually, like January of 2023. So you're not too far off, actually. It's been so long. I can't believe I've been doing this for that long already. Like, wow, 2 years. Oh my god, 1 year following me already. Thank you guys so much for like your eternal support. Yeah, oh my god, it's so long, so long. I'm kind of happy though. At least like I'm still making like a little bit of growth in followers and all that. So it's nice. It's fun chatting with all of you guys though. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. It's just a model gun. However, can fire blanks. What? Why? We need to use them for the stage show. Oh, is that your other account, right? Yeah, pretty much. Close to. A little bit earlier, I think. Yeah, almost 2 years. You were like one of the earliest followers for sure. I think at least I've gotten a lot better in like yapping. I think someone mentioned that as well in my earlier stream this morning. Because I was like trying to finish the Star Rail story and I kind of wanted to like rush it a bit because I knew that if I left it any longer I wouldn't be able to do my dailies anymore. Because at that time I was thinking like, wait, we can't have like a good stopping point yet because like we're about to fight Aquila. So actually I thought that the Aquila battle was gonna be like immediately after we were talking with Hyacinth, but turns out it wasn't. Like there was a gap. So it was like that gap, like I could have just exited and like saved that point. So I was like really annoyed. It's like I can't believe it. I had just like continued talking to her for like maybe 2 or 3 more sentences. Like we would have been in the clear and I could have like stopped the stream easily, but like nope. So I ended up not finishing all of my dailies yesterday just because of that. But it's fine. I think like I only missed like a little bit of Stellar Jades anyways. I mean, the early days were hard. Like, I just generally wasn't used to like talking to anyone. I think it's a problem. Like, one of the most important things I think, if like being able to talk continuously, is if you have like people who also encourage you to talk. If you have like topics, because otherwise, like in my case, the only thing I'm going to do is just like have commentary about the game, and especially for like story games like Genshin or Star, like we're pretty much all going to experience it anyways, so it wouldn't really have that much of an impact unless you're the type who likes rewatching the story, I guess. But if you're talking about like other more interesting things or like other personal experiences or like just general like everyday talk, then I think you'll have a lot of things to say. Well, what event one was a dice event where you throw the dice and our mini character moves spaces. When you reach certain spaces, you get reward. But you need to do it daily activities to get dice throw and was very limited, forcing you to do that daily. Yeah, okay. Ensemble Stars does a lot of that. Also, it's incredibly boring. It's like it's not a good event. It's just generally like very repetitive and like not really worth it overall. The rewards are really like mediocre most of the time. Another one was GB battle event. Wait, how does that make sense? I feel like do well players even appreciate that kind of thing? Like chibi stuff? I don't know. I mean chibis are generally I feel like they're more geared towards like women or like the people who like cutesy stuff, but like most WoW players aren't really into that, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm just thinking about like the general demographic of WoW players, so they're like probably not into that kind of thing. No, let her play the game, just make her talk more. Okay. To be fair, that happens a lot. You kind of see when like the screen doesn't move for a long time, or like later on when I kind of press, and then I realize, oh wait, what were these guys talking about? And then I open up history because like I completely forgot everything. Like yes, like this morning when I was talking about like seeing Dan Hung, it mentioned it like, oh, he left Forest, and then I was like panicking, like, wait, when did he leave Forest? I thought he was still with us. Like, why did he ditch us already? And like one other viewer was saying like, oh, but like he left with Skrull. Oh right, that was at the beginning. I forgot that happened so early on in the Trailblaze mission, and I kind of like glossed over that portion of the story. Yeah, oh my god, like, man, those sometimes you get like so distracted, like you don't even remember what's going on, and then like someone was saying like, yeah, it kind of happens, especially like if you're streaming, so like you kind of have to focus on so many things at the same time. Like you have to focus on the game, you have to focus on commentary about the game, and you have to focus on chat at the same time. Which is fine, I think. It's okay. Like that's how it is being a streamer. Like it's a skill that you have to like learn. I'm much better about it now than I was a year ago at least. So, personal growth and all of that. I remember it was mostly the challenges in Star Rail, not even stories, so all we talked about was stats. Yeah. Oh my god, strategies and all that. Yeah, and building characters for sure, like how to build Vinon, and like how to use other specific team comps and all that. I still stand by the fact that I like adventuring way too much. I try to fit him everywhere, even when he's not supposed to be there. And also debating if I should pull for certain characters, but I kind of don't really want to. Like getting Tribby. Like Tribby, everyone keeps saying like Tribby's like so essential, but like I've gone how many patches without getting her, so I'm kind of like trying to just hold on because like there's so many other things that I want. Like I don't really want to spend any more of my stellar jades than I need to because I do still have to get Saber, and I do have to get her light cone, so that's like an exciting thing that I've been really looking forward to ever since they announced it like back in April. Yeah, like I definitely have to get her. I'm already going to get Archer for free, and I already have like his guaranteed light cone, so I'm safe on that front. And then now I'm just like pretty much farming stuff for Saber as well. They're so hooked on graphics, these things don't matter. And for skins, 2 5-star Kara skin were released. Your bathing suit skin? Yeah, I think it's the swimsuit skin, or like a summer swimsuit. The sales were high, but I feel weird roaming around in open world being. Yeah, I saw that as well. Like, I did watch some people play it that way, and it felt really awkward. Mostly because like you can't really appreciate the design if you're looking at a character from the back anyways. Which happens pretty often. I think, like before, there were a lot of people who used to complain about why Hoya's designs or Hoya's characters always have like a split hair view. If you're looking at it from the back, right? If you know its characters like Danheng, Blade, like their hair is always split in the middle, right? So if you're like, oh, that's such a weird hairstyle, like why would you do that? It looks so ugly. But when you think about it, it's like you're always looking at a character from their back because you are literally from their perspective, right? So if you don't split the hair down the middle, you're not gonna be able to appreciate the design of the costume or like the outfits of the characters, right? So unless they have short hair or split hair, you're not gonna see it. Like imagine someone like Chevreuse, for example. I think Chevreuse is one of those characters who has like quite a lot of hair. And I don't really remember exactly, but I do remember having this impression that when I saw her from the back, it's like, oh, you can't actually see anything of her design because of her hair. So which is like kind of unfortunate because like you're just looking at like a giant blob of hair, right? Oh yeah. You changed. You used to just cash in and get No, not E6. I I have a lot of characters, but not E6. I mean, I only have one E6 in Star Rail, so that's like That's as much as I'm going for right now. I've kind of like escaped the temptation. I think I got Child and Zhongli to C6 and Genshin before, but like that's it. Like I never went beyond that anymore because I just realized it wasn't worth it. And what do you call it? In a lot of times, you're not gonna be using the characters like too much, anyways. In the future, like Zhongli, I'll use him now. I'll still keep using him like almost every single day, just because he's like so convenient. But for say like characters like Child, like I don't really use him anymore, which kind of feels sad. Which I realized that if you were going to C6 someone, you have to think about like the longevity of the character to make it actually worth your while. Like in my case, I did that for adventuring because I felt like it was worth it. And like he's like a strong unit both as sustain and as DPS. For characters like Ratio, I just brought him to E2 because I liked him. But like going beyond E2 wasn't really worth it anymore because especially a lot of his other Eidolons were just really not worth it. Like it wasn't worth spending all that money just for a character I don't really use. I mean, I love him, but like I don't use him. So yeah, like maybe in the future he'll become like meta again. But like at this point, like, he's kind of stuck where he is, so it's fine. I like LC gives straight 48 CD. Oh, that's good. But actually, I think the concern I have nowadays with a lot of characters, like you have an overabundance of like crit damage sources already, so it doesn't really feel as essential as it used to in the early days. Ugh, the costume. Okay. Hey, there's another necklace thing. That's kind of sus. Like, how do you leave behind a costume and a necklace? Like, I mean, the necklace is around your neck, so why is it just left there on the ground? Zenless also released the swimsuit skin for MC. Yeah, I know, I'm so jealous. It's like, why do we not get costumes for any of our other games? Like, we don't have any costumes for Ether, and we don't have costumes for, like, the Trailblazer either. So it's kind of like such a waste. Like considering like if you want to encourage people to use the main character, like you actually have to make them worthwhile. I think the Genshin devs were complaining about how they wasted so much effort, like building the traveler and giving him skills or like a kit, and then like no one wanting to use them, and they kind of like I mean, of course no one wants to use them. Like, you made them like such a shitty character. So like, why would anyone bother to build the Tabibito if you can't actually use them during day-to-day gameplay, right? Like, how does that make any sense? Oh yeah, look at this stream Crow Legacy, but yeah, thank you so much. It's like, well, affiliate anniversary. It's been a year. Yeah, it's been so long already. I've been streaming for 2 years now, but like, wow, time really does fly. Imagine the one who got E6 Sealy or C6 Malbedo. Yeah, oh my god. I think there definitely are people who did that, and it's like, I don't know how they feel about it now, considering Sealy still hasn't gotten a buff. If you were like Kafka, Silverwolf, Blade, or Jingliu, you'd probably still be okay though. Because like they did get buffed recently, but as for everyone else, like we'll just have to wait and see if they actually like do anything about it. I love him, but I don't use him, so it's interesting out of context. Okay. I mean, we're all aware. This is a gacha game. I'm not doing anything sus to Dr. Ratio. That is Adventuring's job. Okay. But yeah. I see C3 Raida would be so useless without so many supports I built for her, like C6 Skara, C5 Shivrus, Farina, Kazuha, Benny. So yeah, it's the supports that kind of like carry a lot of DPSs down the line. Which like even now when you think about it, like Acheron didn't she become also like more useful again because Cypher came out? In my case, I just switched out because originally I put her with Sunday, which is obviously not the best choice. It's not the best way to build it because you do lose out on some of like the buffs from having two Nihility characters because I don't have Acheron at E2, but I was thinking like, oh, if she gets an extra turn, at least you can like get double the stacks again, kind of like that. But then I ended up replacing Sunday with Silver Wolf because Silver Wolf is like AoE now, which I think was probably fine. At least she serves like the nihility purpose. And then that's slot that I needed, and like the weakness implant, which yeah, this is probably important anyways. Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Only Pyro Tabibito is useful for Natlan teams and Dendro one for free-to-play Hyper Bloom. Even Kole out. Yeah, I remember that. I think even Kole is better than him in that case because I watched someone actually do Spiral Abyss floor 12 using Kole as well. So yeah, Cypher, Tribune, Churin, still meta team. Yes, Churin is always meta. He's fun. Yeah, Silver Wolf is AoE now. She got her ultimate buffed, so it's AoE. So it's hilarious. Oh my god, Uma Musume. I keep seeing posts about Uma Musume. Like I don't plan on playing, but it's hilarious. I really like what's his name? Gold Step? What's it? Oh my god. Wait, I watched so many videos just recently, but suddenly my mind is blanking out on the name. That white horse, like the one who used to be Chestnut when he was a kid, and then he became gray when he was in competitions, and then he ended up being white after retirement. That's such a wild horse. The one that kind of like when she wins first place, she'll like jump up and like smack the camera because like apparently that's what the real horse used to do as well. But yeah, it's okay. Like, I mean, now's a good time to like start playing Star Rail again. This the Fate collab soon, like a few by next week. Was it next week or like a few days from now? Something like that. It's gonna be Saber and Archer coming, so that's fun if you're into like the Fate Stay Night series, kind of like that. Oh my god, them again. I stopped playing because the game hates me, gave me every support and no DPS. Yeah, but honestly, supports are crucial to the game because like I always change the DPSs very frequently, but the supports just kind of shuffle around a lot, and I keep using them. Even characters that I've gotten in like the early versions, like Ranmei. Like I was so close to not getting Ranmei during her first banner because I felt like, oh, it's not that important. But then that time people say like, no, she's like crucial. She's like very, very important for like breaking the toughness bar and all. It's like, you know what? Okay, fine. I think like maybe like a day or two before her banner ended, it's like I just decided on the whim, like, you know what? I'll get her. And then I got her. I got her. I didn't get her light cone that time, but I won. I think. I think I won. And then it's like it was so worth it because I used her for so long. Probably like more than half a year or something in a row. I just kept using her in like every single team. So it was I think worth it in the end. DPSs are like just changed to the meta, but supports are like so crucial. You saw me do challenges using DPS Silver Wool. These 2 days was good. Freerun, Black Clover, Mushoku. Oh wow! Oh yeah! Oh my god! So many season 2s! I'm so excited as well! Freerun! I really love Freerun a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of series. Oh, I can't wait for it. And then I think there's also another series I was waiting for this year. Witch Hat Atelier. I'm not really sure how the story goes, but I think people said if you like Freerun, you'll probably like Witch Hat Atelier. And then there's also Dandadan season 2 coming in a few days. Or did it come out already? Anyway, something like that. I'm still waiting for Dungeon Meshi also. I'm not really sure when it's coming out, but it's like so much fun. It's hilarious. I really like shows like that. I wasn't sure about it when I first saw it because I was like, it doesn't seem that interesting. Like the premise seems kind of boring. But then I kept watching like clips of it. It's like, oh my god, this is so damn hilarious. So I definitely had to watch it. I was like, worth it. I feel like I wasn't like I wasn't going to like read the manga though because I kind of wanted to see it like animated first. Wait. Oh, Lauren Pops. Yeah. Why? I feel like I did skip Oh, it's okay. The season 2 episode 1 is out already. Okay, that's nice. I did read the manga though, so I'm not too worried about like missing out anything so far. Oh, Lord of the Mysteries. Yeah. I was supposed to watch that as well. I think I keep getting delayed though. Same with like To Be Hero X, which is also really good. But sometimes like, I get kind of bored because it's like, how it's like each story comes in arcs. So there's like kind of like the feeling, maybe if I just wait like 3 episodes until the whole arc is finished, I can just watch it all in one shot. Kind of like that. So I haven't watched anything starting from like Queen's arc. I just like the last I finished was Lucky Cyan, and then after that I didn't watch now, so it's okay. I kind of just like I have time to just like let it run on its own. I have a lot of other games to do in the meantime, anyways. Yeah, is also the culprit in the murder case. I especially hold myself from reading Fury and Black Clover manga because I want to see the anime. I read Mushoku and Re:Zero novels though. Oh, even the novels? Nice. Hmm. I have a hard time reading novels sometimes though. I think mostly because like the ones I usually like are like danmei novels. So it's Chinese and like sometimes they mess up the translations in the sense that like, some versions of fan translations will like translate the names. Like if you're talking about like a Chinese name, they're not gonna do like the pinyin version. They're gonna actually like translate oh like the cleansing moon set kind of like that. But then if you're like talking about like in some other translations, they'll literally use like the pinyin version, like oh like Hanya sec. It's like and then later on they like they kind of combine both translations at the same time. So they're like shifting between like the English one and like the English localized one and like the pinyin version is like oh my god which one is which and like you can't remember like who is this again or like what is this again and it's such a mess. I think there's been a bunch of novels that I encountered that were like that. I kind of just like gave up even though like the story is so good but it just makes it like really frustrating to read. I think at some point I even had to like have like with some novels I actually had to make notes. I had to write down like okay this person with this name this is like the title that they have or whatever because like a lot of these series are like cultivation types so you know like how they have like a lot of special moves like special titles like the courtesy name and all that. There was like such a mess, like so many terms all together. I couldn't really handle it anymore. Oh, but yeah. Wait, who are we calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. Okay, so he's fine. Okay. So careless though. So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. Yeah, he's safe. Let's marinate or ferment like kimchi or to be hero X. Yeah, it's okay. Like I think I'm safe on that front, mostly because in the early days I'd see a lot of spoilers for To Be Hero X. So I felt like super pressured to like watch it every single week. But then later on a lot of the posts kind of just like slowed down and I think it's mostly because like the hype isn't as much or maybe it's just like a different like community, like the algorithm isn't really working in my favor. So I actually haven't seen anything like To Be Hero X related in like probably 3 or 4 weeks now. So it's been a while. I think even though I followed the official accounts, like I still don't see anything To Be Hero X related. So I'm fine. It's like it's not the same as opposed to if you're watching like a currently like super hyped up anime. Like you have to watch the new episode like immediately. Otherwise your whole feed is just gonna get flooded by spoilers and it's so annoying. Like you know how some people like give a courtesy like okay just maybe wait like 2 or 3 days before you like start posting spoilers. No, like some people post it immediately after they watch the episode. It's like don't do that. Like give me a chance to watch it first. Like even yeah. I think that was also the same thing that happened with like Attack on Titan. The people were like really mad and everyone just kept fighting each other that time. Really? She's gonna admit that I don't think she killed him. She seems too weak-hearted for that. When you switch from Chinese manhwa to novel, you thought it was a different story. It's such a mess. Yeah, I cannot. I mean, Chinese stories are good, but like, they're just generally not translated well like half the time. And martial arts manhwa are worse. Like every 20 chapter translator changes and now you don't know how your MC become from supreme level to KFC level and how Xiaoyan become Ju. Yeah, they don't have any consistency. I don't even know, like, do these... I mean, like, I'm expecting that you guys are all translators. You probably read, like, other translators' works, though. Because, like, normally you would have, like, some kind of frame of reference if you're continuing off someone else's work. And at least you kind of try to keep it consistent. Or have, like, some author's notes and all that. But then some of them just really don't, so... I remember reading a Chinese novel but with constant translation. I read 2,500 chapters? I quit because it was weird. Why do you 2,500. That many? Like, damn, most stories can't possibly be that long. That's kind of insane. Like, I'm trying to imagine like how long a chapter is, and then like adding that all together. That's like an insane amount of effort. Like, if the story isn't finished by that point, it's like I would probably drop it too, because like that means the story's not going anywhere. It's, I think, probably the longest novel that I know is like Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. If I remember correctly, it's around 500 plus chapters. Although they have a lot of side stories, which is like, I think it's not really like essential reading unless you're like super obsessed with it. So you could probably just stick to the main novel anyways. But like, a lot of the side stories aren't even translated anyways. I think they're mostly just like done in Korean. What the? Oh, right. She's the girl who likes cutting her hair. Saridra? I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for Saridra, because like, I think a lot of people are saying like she's just built for Finon, or like she works best like only with Finon. So I don't know if it's like really worth getting a character like that. 3,000 chapters? Oh man, like, damn. There. That's so much, my god. Marshall peaked me like pathetic. You can use skill 2 times. But yeah, but you know, I think the problem is like if you're getting a support that only works for like a very specific type of DPS, and then like if the DPS goes out of meta, like what are you gonna do with them? Just think about like Fugue. I think Fugue is like very essential for like break teams, but because break hasn't been in the meta for so long, it's like what are you gonna do with characters like her? I don't know. That's just the feeling that I get. Like, considering, like, I don't even know who's coming after Hysolence or Saridra, like, I'm not really sure if I should, like, save my rolls or just, like, kind of wait for more leaks. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today. Really? I feel like we're definitely gonna catch her in a lie or something. The one who came up with a kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you had the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much. Is what you said really the truth? Yeah, she seems hesitant though. Yeah, I died in Fine on trial, now I don't feel like pulling. Wait, no, but how though? I think that the Fine on trial was like super easy to play. Like it was kind of like just press buttons a bunch of times. I think he has really high resistance though, and he also heals himself, so he shouldn't die. But he does get a debuff though. I think if you're fighting his friends, like the other Crisis heirs, you also get a debuff, which you won't really notice unless you actually click like the character selection menu. Which is sad when you think about it. It's like an unremovable debuff. Just because he's like too hesitant to fight his own friends. Like, oh, that's so sad when you think about it.
Hold it!
Yeah.
Knock him back!
Sure now? Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself. I got he's letting his assistant talk for her though. Talk for him though.
Hold it!
You're making your scary face again. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? He's been bewitched by your icy glare. Yeah, Edward doesn't realize the appeal he has on so many people.
Hold it!
Why did you believe that? Okay, anyone who knows Mr. Amano would think the same. Even Lance is that old man's greatest treasure. I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Amano. Because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father, and I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father. Wait, is her father Mr. Deacon? Huh? What? Wait. But these guys have the same pendant. Both of them have the same pendant. Oh my god. Right? The horse and the Pegasus. Oh shit. Damn. Did she not realize? Did she not realize that her dad just died? Okay, I kind of feel bad about this whole thing now.
Hold it!
Captured Lance. Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. And here I thought you knew how to steal people away. I shudder to think what she would do with such knowledge. Okay, Mr. Deacon is able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but... Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Like how, though? We were total strangers. Yeah, they're not strangers. They're definitely related. Yeah, she's so clueless though. This one?
Take that! Take that!
There we go. These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, they're the same color and they're even made of the same material. I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Yeah, Agent Lang is such a dumbass though. Isn't it like super obvious?
Take that!
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Deborah's dossier. Today is One Piece Day. Oh, nice. Like the... Is this when they show the episodes every single week? Soul Daughter. This one.
Take that!
I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man will allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility. Oh, it's ad time. Well, actually. Okay. Isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amano, and the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? Huh, that seems kind of like a really weak argument. Lang is just generally not good at arguing things. He's like a very straightforward character. He always picks like the most normal solutions to a lot of things. You don't have any proof they didn't know of their true relationship, right? And you're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together? As one really rotten family? Oh, okay, that ended a lot shorter, a lot faster than expected. But okay, that's nice. I can never really tell though. Sometimes like it's telling me right now that the ad is still ongoing. It's probably like a minute more, but I don't know. I think people are very different sometimes in the way they experience ads.
Hold it! Not so fast!
I have turned off ad blocker for Twitch because Twitch actually gives few cents to creator to 8 p.m. I don't think I've ever gotten like a single cent at all from like doing ads for like this entire year. If I every single time I check my earnings, it's always just like 0. So I don't really know. Anyways, actually, I mean to be fair, pretty much the only reason why I wanted to activate affiliate was just to like unlock channel points because I found it really cute. But yeah, as for getting subscriptions, well, that's never happened before, but it's okay. It's like, maybe it will in the future. But yeah, okay, just wanna give Turin his like little drink and like head pats. Actually, hoping it's working. Oh, there, it's working! Yeah. It's a little bit delayed, but it's still cute though. I'm just happy that it actually worked out well. Can they work at the same time? I think they should.
Hold it!
I don't think only the victim knew, I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't. Because he was on the lamp? The lamp. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore, it was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amano. One as a butler and one as the friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought that that was their best shot. Is that what you honestly believe?
Hold it!
The butler and the girlfriend, no one would ever suspect that they were in fact family. From the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well. What would you say my scenario? Okay. Hmm. Okay, what would be Mario in this case?
Objection!
UK fan-made Chinese studio created a 12-minute video of Mushoku Tensei of its upcoming arc, and it was so peak they hired a whole orchestra to perform various OST and BG music and actually made a good episode. Whoa, that's so much effort though. That's cool. That's nice though when you know like people really put that much time and effort into something that they really love. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, as for the other three, we can assume they were being worn by three different people. I also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. All clearly points to a 3-man group, and I believe this third person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Yeah, I kind of expected that actually. Yeah, Lance is the last kidnapper. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see them, but one was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. I know, I only saw 2 people. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Oh, this is the one we were talking about, like, how it's impossible for him to, like, not have escaped the room. Anyways, because the door was, like, shut with a sword. And because he's a prosecutor and because they're all like that, I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth, and should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it.
Hold it!
Yeah, the door was not locked at all.
Hold it!
I was busy trying to find a member of the police, and that is when you found us congregated at the stadium. Let me ask you though, how did you get a whole little key to the underground door? Is there something off about the way Lance made his escape? Yeah, the door was not broken! Okay, come on, you just kind of have to like skip through to the important bit.
Objection!
See, look at that! Spamming your mouse is auto-loading. You know, I'm spamming it a bit because I already read through that portion. I kind of knew what the contradiction was in this specific case. But yeah, it's like Lance is suspicious. And like in one of the previous scenes, because we're actually investigating the room, and like you discovered that the door to the room is not actually locked. But then the police actually mentioned like, oh hey, you know, it took us like 10 people to bust down the door. But then Miles was like, why would they need 10 people if like the door was not locked, right? The door was the lock portion of the door was not broken. So it means it wasn't activated at all. And then they realized that the one holding the door closed was a broken sword. It's a sword. It was a sword that was holding the door in place. So the police had to force their way through. Which means if you were like from the inside, if you were a hostage, like how would that sword have gotten stuck in the door if not for you purposely putting it there, right? So in which case it becomes very clear that like Lance was actually not telling the truth. Like if he was like actually held there and he was like a real hostage, he would have realized that the door was unlocked. He would just escape through the door. But in this case, Lance knew that he was still pretending to be a victim, so he had to jam the door on his way out because he couldn't lock it by himself. I don't know why though. Maybe the key wasn't with him. But yeah, he couldn't lock it, so he had to make his escape through a different way just to make it like more believable, I guess. So yeah, this is the contradiction. Yeah. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. Yes, there we go. It was shut this way. So I mean, obviously you can't shut the door like that if you're a kidnapper from the outside, right? So you have to be like the one inside to do that. Why? Oh, it's disoriented. Not really. I mean, if you're well enough to like actually yoink out a key from like a tiny hook on the wall, like there's no way you wouldn't notice that. How do you accept such a bold-faced lie? You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door.
Knuckle back!
But like we know he's one of the kidnappers because he has a reason. You're talking about motive? Yeah. Upright pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself. I mean his dad is loaded though. Like if you needed money, you could just like ransom yourself, and I think your dad wouldn't even realize it. Okay, this one, the suspicious love letter. Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is in fact a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance? There you go. You know, once they start making faces like this, you immediately know they're suspicious as heck. Paimon would have solved this now in time and given enough food. She'd definitely have enough motivation for it. Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man. Like, honestly, couldn't he have just asked for money? Abducted? Yeah, there we go. He admitted it all. It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with $1 million. But now that dream is over. Oh, Lance. And you're giving yourself up? Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you? Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after he made me the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the Blue Badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on the Bad Badger costume. Took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly. Because, oh, so did she really kill her dad? There was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it, but that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot and the other person crumpled to the ground and I ran scared for my life. Hey, but like the gun in the bad badger costume doesn't work though, so... What exactly happened in that scenario? I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. Yeah, it feels like there's still something missing though. It's like the costume could just shoot blanks. Listen very carefully to your confession once more and you'll see. Okay.
Hold it!
He called me on my cell phone and told me Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun? Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh. You really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edge? Honestly, yeah, probably. Depends on the situation, but I mean, it's not really unlikely to be honest. It's true, my father's left arm was raised with a gun. No, but her dad is right-handed. Yeah, wait, her dad is right-handed though, so there we go, that's the contradiction.
Objection!
And according to this, your father was right-handed. The person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The bad badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that? Tomorrow is Apocalyptic Shadow Reset. I still can't use Finon. Wait, why can't you use him though? Like, are you not done building Finon? In my case, I think I'm mostly finished. But apparently he's not- oh wait, no. He's not very good at pure fiction, if I remember correctly. I think he should be decently fine with Apocalyptic Shadow. And I think generally good with MOC. Enough with the smugness, out with it already. Mr. Pops told us earlier, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it. According to you, the bad badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct? And yet the bad badger had both of its hands full. Oh, okay. Joke. It's not the correct one. Wasn't it just because like the head was split or something? It's like one of the heads was left behind in like the room that Edgeworth was in. So that means the other one is probably like left behind or something? The relic I still miss all of the stats. It's annoying they're trying to get both crit and sub stats. Yeah, okay, that's true. That's true. It's so hard to build like the correct stats, especially if you're also like speed tuning characters. I had to work really hard to get Final to like a specific 136 speed, and I'm not even happy with his like overall stats. So I think I'll probably like improve on it in the future. But he's kind of usable now. Hmm. Wait though, which one? Which one is the best way?
Take that!
Proto Badger?
Take that!
It's the Proto Badger, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops is wearing the blue badger's costume. You can eliminate that. The pink badger is of the wrong color, which should have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the Proto Badger costume. Oh my god, Lance tried to murder his own girlfriend? Holy shit. That's such a shitty boyfriend. On top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing? The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger. Take it back right now! Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand? Left hand. What does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held a gun in his left hand. Besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared accordingly, and this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet.
Take that!
It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks. Miss Pops, where is the gun you used now? Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question. Okay, let's pretend that you're right and the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place? I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance. I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape. Oh, but that was me.
Hold it.
That was, I mean, that was not me. I mean, that was Miles. Miles was in the next room, so. And are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself? I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. That just had to be Mr. Deacon. That's it? Really? But we were there though. Yeah, bad assumption. Okay, let's go.
Hold it.
So the tied up Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume? And it would appear that she misread the whole situation. Okay, raise an objection. The person you saw was not the victim.
Take that.
It was me, yeah. I always thought it's a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? You showed us Pop's person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on, and then made your costume escape together, or so you pretended. Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword. He then escaped via the passageway. Wait, who is that? Oh, it's Ernest? Oh my god, the mood change is so drastic. It suddenly feels like a lot less tense. It's not good to cause trouble for others. Let's see, you were the one in charge of the investigation. Okay, sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh, evidence? Oh my god! Bro, where did they find that? Damn! It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing and a gun! Yo, they yoinked it out of the sea? I couldn't wait around for the police, I went and found these myself. It appears that they were disposed of in the sea. Holy shit. Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law? I mean, it's important. I mean, that's not the main point. I mean, the point is that they actually found what they needed to find, you know? This appears to be a letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Amano to complete freedom to do as he sees fit. Damn. Okay, this dude has so much power. Like, wow. Even Edgeworth is shocked. Like, the chief of police? Just who does he think he is? The person who wields the highest authority in this area. Oh. There. It's like, damn, money really solves everything at this point. There's no need to be so upset. I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your I mean, yeah, you still are. Of course you are. Like, why else would you be here? This wasn't meant to strong-arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land. Oh, I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence. Oh, they did forensics on it already? Nice. They verified that the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver as per the gun. The only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren. You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around. It's proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Oh, it looks like there's something inside a costume. Oh, that's a mirror! Isn't that from the haunted house? Are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen? It should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. No, you're kinda screwed, kid. I have no intention of letting you go. And they proved it was Lolly who killed Oliver. Oliver was also after Lolly's life, so Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. All I want to do is save Lolly, but in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment. For her crimes? I still have a case to solve and a job to do. Job of unraveling your insidious lie. Why won't you believe me even in the face of all this evidence? Yeah, cause he's like suspicious as heck though.
Hold it!
Are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Although through my connections I had the best forensics techniques money can buy performed. Yeah, because she was in costume, wasn't she?
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon because while she was at the stadium, she was wearing a costume. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pop's is the murderer. Victim's costume?
Take that!
Now let's take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. Okay, the bullet hole.
Take that!
The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range. Yeah, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be gunpowder burn. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that, and the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was... Here we go! I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? And I have proved that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there.
Take that!
These were inside a costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror. I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this as fact.
Knuckle back!
Oh my god! Quiet, Gramps. I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous. A mirror that's for the haunted house. Isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there?
Knuckle back!
On Truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need? At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Oh no. This feels like a really bad thing's about to happen right now. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. It's the deed to the haunted house. The deed? Gatewater Land hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid full in cash? What? As you can see, I'm now the legal owner of the haunted house. I ran into the owner of the park earlier and we made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier, so I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. What is there to discuss? My permission to enter the haunted house, of course. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Oh my god, Mr. Amano, how could you? Your son is an asshole, and you don't even realize that. What should I do if I leave it like this? The truth will be lost forever. To be continued. Oh my god. Okay. This is a good stopping point as any, so I think we will end the stream here. Wow, that has been a wild story. I kind of wonder how the case will end at this point if like Mr. Amano's giving us so much trouble. But yeah, you know, I think that's how it usually goes anyways. I think the bad guys always try to like weasel their way out of things and we kind of just have to like find loopholes around it all. But anyways, okay, thank you again for everyone who joined today's stream. I hope you had a great time. You know, thank you again also for celebrating the 1-year anniversary of me being an affiliate here. Well, yeah, it's definitely been a difficult journey, but I've enjoyed it this entire time. It's fun, you know, making all these new friends and all that, getting to chat with all of you guys. So I definitely don't regret anything. Okay, the next stream should probably be on Tuesday around 10 p.m. ETC plus 8. As usual, I still haven't really decided what I'm gonna do next. I don't really think that there's anything left to do in Star Rail at this point, mostly because we finished like the 3.4 story and there's kind of like the origami bird clash thing, but I think like it's not very important anyway, so maybe not on that front. It's Sunday now. I hope I would be able to clear 3 stars. Oh, I think you should probably be able to. Yeah, don't worry about it. You can do it. Oh wait, actually wait. If you're using Finon, most of the time though, you're playing Finon solo, aren't you? I'm not sure which part of the story you're in, but like I think it should be okay. Yeah. Oh, third part of Apocalypse Shadow. Okay, that's what you meant. I kind of didn't see the last portion. But yeah, I think you should. I think you should be fine. Finon's a good DPS, anyways. And like Sunday helps him a lot, I think. So one of the easier ways is like a Sunday and Bronya combo. I think, which is like, I think most people have Bronya at this point anyway, so that's a safe enough team to use. As for the last slot, it's not really like that important. You kind of just have to keep your team alive. So some people just choose to like add another harmony unit, and some people would like add a sustain. It's kind of up to you. If you have Robin, she's probably a decent choice as well. I mean, Robin's always safe anyways. I think Ranmei also might help because like Finon isn't very good at like removing the toughness bar of enemies, so that's one of his, I think, little weaknesses. But yeah, he should be fine. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you again to everyone. Hope to see you guys again soon and have a great rest of the day. Goodbye for now.